Welcome everyone for our evening meditation, our Tuesday evening meditation, which is the meditation session for all library patrons. I hope that you all are doing really well and you have begun to enjoy the spring, and hopefully we will have more and better weather in future, and we can plant more flowers, and we are looking forward to that. Okay, so this month of May is also important, particularly to the Buddhist tradition. As many of you may know, that it is on the full moon day of the month of May that the Buddha was born, and also after 35 years of his birth, he became enlightened, and then another 45 years later, he passed away. In the Buddhist tradition, it is accepted that all three important events of the Buddha happened in the month of May, particularly on the full moon day. So full moon of this month will be, I think, 26 of this month. But so the month of May is a month to kind of celebrate the enlightenment or the appearance of the Buddha. And so one thing, of course, there are many things that the Buddha contributed to the human civilization. And one important discovery that Buddha made is called middle path. Generally, the middle path, can be explained in a number of ways. One simple way to explain the middle path would be like, our way of life, our spiritual life. The more healthy and spiritually beneficial way of living should avoid two extremes. So one extreme is overindulging, maybe indulging in pleasures to the extent that we exploit others and we exploit natural resources just to satisfy our own our own desire for sensual pleasures. So that could be one extreme. overindulging or maybe blind indulgence of pleasures and gratifying our senses without any limit and exploiting the resources and people. That would be one extreme. The other extreme is depriving our senses to the point that we give unnecessary pain to our body, and then not and causing pain and causing unnecessary burden to the body. So we call that we can call it asceticism or extreme form of austerities. So these are the two extremes that one should avoid to have a balanced spiritual life. So the middle path is called is something that we don't deprive the basic needs of the body. We respect the body. We take care of the body. We don't deny the body, but we embrace the body. But also we don't indulge in sensual pleasures in a blind way, but more righteous way. But within this middle path, there's one interesting concept, one interesting discovery that the Buddha made, in his search for his enlightenment. One important discovery is the finding out that there's a form of happiness. There's a form of happiness that we cannot categorize as simply pleasure. That is not related to our sensory gratification. There's a form of happiness, maybe we can call it joy, that is not related to sensory gratification. So generally, whatever happiness, whatever good times we think about, they are all related to either seeing things, smelling things, hearing things, tasting things, and having tangible, sensations, and that is how we associate happiness. But the Buddha discovered that there is a realm of joy, happiness, that is not related to the sensory gratification, and it's a kind of joy that we get when we appease our senses, when we get a break from sensory gratification. That's a different kind of peace, you can call it peace, and it's also joyful. It's also kind of serenity, and that itself is gratifying. That itself is so soothing. And once he discovered that happiness, he decided that I shouldn't be afraid of this happiness, and I should make use of this happiness. And that's where the path to enlightenment was open for him, because he was focusing on that happiness that is not related to sensory gratification, that is not related to vulgar sensual pleasures, but it's more serene, more subtle form of happiness that we can experience. So then later he used that kind of inner happiness, that kind of peaceful joy, as a way to develop his mind further and further to penetrate and to develop his wisdom and penetrate to the real nature of the life. But later he also talked about that whenever we are going through painful sensations, will I say, when you have any kind of pain in our body, and one way we think that the one way to get rid of that pain is to replace that pain with some kind of pleasure. So we try to replace our pain by pleasure. So maybe thinking about the kind of pleasure, or maybe finding some kind of pleasure. So that's way to avoid or overcome the pain. But Buddha said that actually we can, instead of replacing pain with pleasure, we can actually replace pain with that the joy that is not related to sensual gratification. And then also, whenever we are having pleasure, sensual pleasure, and we know that it's quite difficult to maintain that pleasure. It's okay to have sensual pleasures, as long as they don't hurt others, or create harm or violence to others. But we know that it's temporary. It is not something that we can maintain and continue. So what is happening in our life is that we try to to like go try to find more and more different types of pleasures, going one after the other, one after the other. And in that whole race, what we call the a treadmill of pleasure. And in that whole race, we ultimately we also don't feel fully satisfied. So therefore, what they're saying that if we can discover that kind of inner joy that we can develop through, definitely as a way of breaking, like having a break from our sensual gratification by appeasing our mind, by appeasing our senses, and we can generate a genuine kind of happiness within us that we experience in our meditation. Once you discover that, it could be a real source of refuge to any kind of pains that we are going through, and also any kind of disappointment that we may have as a result of of fading pleasures. So the solution for both pain and pleasure is actually relying on that inner joy that we can develop in meditation. We can develop through appeasing our senses. We can develop through calming our mind, and that is a solution, because otherwise we will simply try to replace pain with normal pleasures, and then we try to continue that pleasure unsuccessfully. And in that whole process, we will also harm others, hurt others, and also even exploit the environment. But the solution is actually finding that inner joy that we can experience by simply settling our mind and breaking away from the sensory gratification, and really enjoying that kind of pleasure. I hope that as people who have been practicing meditation for a while, and usually we can experience that pleasure when we meditate. Whenever we are able to like calm our mind and stay in loving kindness, stay in wholesome thoughts, or stay in focusing on the breath. In those moments, you may have experienced kind of freedom that within yourself, that is, it's like a burdenlessness, the burdenlessness, like there's no burden, there's kind of lightness of the body. That joy can even be felt in the body too. We feel our body is lighter. It's more lighter, like a lighter, and a softness in the body, and softness in the mind, and no need for any stimulation, and it's already fully satisfied and contented there. It's an experience that we can feel throughout our body and also in our mind. There are different grades to this joy. So the more we meditate, the greater and greater levels of that joy can be experienced. And it's an important discovery for ourselves. Once we experience that kind of joy, and that can be an important refuge for us, because in our life we may not be able to avoid pains altogether. We may have different types of pains. As long as we carry this body, it is common that we experience some form of pain. And also we know that we like to have pleasures, ordinary pleasures, but we know that they don't stay long enough, and it's also difficult to gain them. And we are always we always have to struggle a lot to have a pleasure, to maintain that pleasure. It's okay whenever we have opportunity. It's okay to have those pleasures, but it's not intelligent to rely on them as a real reliable source of happiness. And so the other meaning of the middle path that Buddha discovered is that discovery of this peaceful joy. He used a term called piti. That's a Pali term he used, piti. Piti is the experience we get when we experience kind of freedom from any need to have any sensory gratification, and we don't feel like like checking our phone. We don't feel like eating something or drinking something. We don't feel like listening to anything. We don't feel like looking for anything. It's like we complete contentment, and then lightness of the body come along with that. So that is piti. So we can call it either a joy, maybe spiritual joy, maybe meditative joy. That will be one way to understand it. Meditative joy, and it's important discovery that we can use it as our inner refuge. So I hope that you are gradually developing that ability, that access. It's like through this practice that we do every week, we are developing an access, a special access key, access to that important source here. That we actually kind of provide condition, for that just that joy, that meditative joy to arise, and it's an important place to be, and it's also a healing experience. Once we are in that state, in that meditative joy state, our whole body is in a different function. Our brain is in a different mode, uh, and then it is and it's, you're actually transforming your whole body and mind to a different mode of being. And that is what those neurologists are finding out, that your brain is emitting different kinds of waves, and and gradually your brain structure is changing. And also, so far, scientists has not done a good research on what is really happening to our endocrine system. When you're in meditative state, there are whole different changes happen to our hormones. Our endocrine system is also different. But when we are in that mode, it's a different mode of being, and it's a healing mode. It's such a healing mode. It can heal our whole body, and also it can have more strength to our mind, more spaciousness in our mind, more equanimity to our mind, so we can function in the world with less troubles and problems. So that is called meditative joy. And in Pali, we call it piti. Usually we spell it as P-I-T-I, but it's a long sound, like piti, not pity, not like pity, but piti. So therefore, usually we can simply type P-I-T-I, but sometimes we also put P-I, and on the top of I, we have diacritical mark, the small dash, and the T and I with a diacritical mark, small dash, P-T. So that is what we need to develop. So let's also follow the middle path on this month of May, in honor of the Buddha, in honor of his discovery, and he not only discovered that inner source, and he has also shared that with many others, and really wanted all other beings to experience this inner joy, because otherwise all beings are kind of helpless. They try to avoid pain and they try to maintain pleasure. They try to avoid pain and try to maintain pleasure. Both are unsuccessful, right? Heavily unsuccessful. We cannot really avoid pain altogether. It's okay to manage and avoid as you can, if you can, but there are certain pains that we will not be able to avoid. And also it is not possible to maintain the pleasures that we experience, because they all depend on so many causes and conditions, and our sensory organs themselves are not permanent. They are also not reliable. Our ears, are not real. I'm not permanent, and every other senses too. So this whole struggle of avoiding pain and maintaining pleasure is ultimately a failed struggle that all living beings are doing. But the discovery of this meditative joy that you experience within ourselves is a refuge. And so if we train your mind to have experience that joy, it can come to you at any time you want. And of course, you have to follow the steps. You have to create the conditions for that meditative joy, for that piti to arise. But it is a real discovery. It's really a saving all living beings. So in honor of the Buddha, and he really wanted all living beings to discover this, enjoy this, and experience this joy. So in honor of him, let us practice today and experience some glimpses of meditative joy. So we can do it by loving kindness meditation and also through breathing meditation. So let us get ready for that. And we will do a very few body movements to create more body awareness, and we really need to come to our body so we can settle our mind, we can gradually develop loving kindness and go to our breathing meditation. So let us do some subtle movements to create more sensation of the body. So let us start with our hands and try to lock them. Nice lock, and then turn it upward and then try to push it as much as you can. And also straighten your upper body and make it tall. And then we will slowly bring our both hands all the way up and give a nice stretch. Yes, you can feel the sensations are changing. Our muscles are stretched. And give a nice stretch. Okay, let's keep it like this and give a nice, our spine is tall. We are giving nice stretch to our whole body, allowing our muscles to stretch. They are happy. They are happy. Finally, you are paying attention to them. They are happy to be stretched, to be relaxed. Okay, with this, let us use our breath and give a nice twist to our spine. Take a deep breath in. When you breathe out, try to bend to one direction, a nice bend. Keep your knees over there without moving it, and just bend the upper body. Release in there. And next in-breath, we come to the middle. Let's go to the opposite direction. Release in the breath. Go into the opposite direction. Give a nice bend, stretching the muscles and giving a nice twist to the spine. Keeping the knee over there. And next in-breath, we come to the middle. Okay, breathing out, going back again. Breathing in, come to the middle. Breathing out, going to the opposite direction. Breathing in, come to the middle. One more time, breathing out, go in and nicely bending. Breathing in, come to the middle. Breathing out, going back again, give a nice stretch. Coming back. While releasing the breath, unlock your hands and gently bring them down. Let them come down and then gently rest on your knee. Okay, take a moment to observe what is happening in your body now as a result of that bending, stretch. What do you feel in your body? Just go around and feel more sensations. Feel the areas that you didn't feel earlier. Your whole back area, your arms. You have subtle sensations. Feel them all. Throughout your palms and fingers, also you can feel tingling sensations, flow of the blood. Just feel them all. And just be in this body. Okay, let us do one movement, another movement. This time we will bring our right palm, our left palm and place it on the right knee, and we stretch our right arm, and we keep our body straight, and then take a breath here. Breathe out gently, bring it backward, and try to twist from your hip, and give a nice twist to your spine. Keep your body straight. Next breath in, come back, rest your palm on your right knee and bring your left palm again back to your left knee. Nice stretch. Let's do the same to the other. Bring in the right palm and place it on the left knee and nice stretching the hand, keeping the body straight. Take a breath in and releasing the breath. We slowly go back. Looking at the palm and giving a nice twist to the spine. Breathing in, come back and bring our palms back to our knees. You have more sensations in the body. You are becoming more and more aware of the body. It's like throwing the light of awareness, and slowly the light of awareness is expanding throughout the body. You feel more body now. In your whole back area, you have more sensations. You have expanded the light of awareness in the body. Just be in the body. Let's do one more movement, and this is tightening our muscles and relaxing them. So we can simply shrug our shoulders. Okay, let's use our breath. So breathing in, shrug your shoulders and tighten them, and also clench your teeth. Breathing in and tight, 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 everything tight. Breathe out, drop it. Dropping the jaw, relaxing everything. We can see the difference between the tightened, tense muscles and the relaxed muscles. Let's do again. Breathing in, shrug the shoulders, clench the teeth, tight, 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 tight. Breathe out. Drop them, relax everything with the relaxation. Next, in breath, one last time. Breathing in, shrug the shoulders, tighten them, clench the teeth, everything tight, 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 tight. Breathe out. Drop them all. Relax everything. Okay, now let us look at the body and go around the body and try to identify the sensations arising. Subtle sensations, very ordinary sensations. Just feel them all. Just give your full attention to the body with kindness, with caring attitude. Just be in the body. Let us now gently move to our meditation. Rest your palms on your lap. Keep your chin parallel with the earth. Let us now use the sound of the bell to settle ourselves further. You may now do your own exploration of the body. You can purposely move to different parts of the body and acknowledge whatever sensations available in each part of the body. I will ring this bell. Throughout this bell, try to stay within the body. You may move from one part of your body to another, but stay within the body throughout the bell, acknowledging and exploring all the subtle sensations available in the body. Sensation of touch, coldness or warmth, whatever. With this awareness of the body, let us give a nice relaxation to this body. We will loosen all the muscles in our body. Our body is already relaxed, but we can deepen this relaxation by simply allowing all the other muscles in the body to open up, to be relaxed. Lengthen your breath a little bit. Take a very slow, long breath in and release it slowly allowing your chest to drop a little bit down, allowing all the muscles to relax. Take another slow, long breath in. Release that air slowly, allowing everything to drop down and relax. Take another slow, long breath in. Release that breath very slowly, allowing everything to relax, drop down. We will now breathe naturally, allowing the whole body to relax. And just let this body to be here without holding anything tight. We will loosen up everything. With this relaxed body, let us now bring our whole attention to our mind. Take a moment to observe what are the thoughts, what are the memories that are coming to our mind right now. We never know what could be our next thought. Randomly, any thought can occur right now. With curiosity, let us keep watching these thoughts. Without developing any one of them further, we simply notice them and then we drop them without developing them and wait for the next one. Various random thoughts keep coming. This is the ordinary mind. But let us now try to gradually guide our mind to have more awareness, more mindfulness, and more loving kindness. We will gradually guide our mind to have deeper and deeper wholesome thoughts, wholesome quality. In this peaceful moment, let us bring our loving kindness to the surface of the mind. One of the most wholesome mental qualities in our mind is loving kindness. We have that possibility. We have that potential to, for the loving kindness, to have the willingness for everyone to be well, to have genuine wish of well-being to us all. Let us generate that wish, that willingness. Just like when we hug our best friend, how open is our mind? Or when we see a little baby, a smiling face of a little baby. Or when we are petting a puppy or kitten or bird or any other pet. How open is our mind? Let us generate the same level of loving kindness right now. Openness, genuine willingness for everyone to be well. Goodwill. Let us express it. The more we express our loving kindness, the stronger it becomes. The more we articulate loving kindness, the stronger it becomes. Let us keep wishing well-being to all living beings, including the one sitting here. This living being sitting here is also one of the living beings. Let us start with this one. Let us genuinely make a good wish to this being sitting here. Feel your body again. Feel your presence here. And direct that whole loving kindness, that goodwill, that openness to this living being. Make a genuine wish. May this person sitting here, may this life be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. If you like to make a specific wish based on the things that you are going through these days, just take a moment and be generous and make a specific wish to yourself. Do it now. Let us continue this loving kindness wish to ourselves, even paying attention to our body, genuinely wishing well-being to this whole body that has been helping us to live this precious human life. Let us deeply appreciate all the organs, all the systems of this body that are helping us day and night to live this life. Direct this loving kindness to all these organs, all the systems of the body. May these lungs and whole respiratory system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this heart, cardiac muscles, cardiovascular system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this digesting system, all the organs of this digesting system be well, be healthy, Be healed. May these kidneys, both kidneys and the whole genitourinary system and this whole pelvic area be well, be healthy, be healed. May this nervous system, the whole central nervous system, spinal cord, all parts of the brain, starting from the brain stem to all other parts of the brain, be well, be healthy, be healed. May this whole body, from the top of the head all the way to the tips of the toes, may this whole body be well, be healthy, be healed. Allow this loving kindness intention to travel to each part of the body, allowing you to heal. May all the muscles throughout the body, may all the bones throughout the body, may all these joints throughout the body be well, be healthy, be healed. Let us expand this wish beyond ourselves to all others. Now we have penetrated our loving kindness throughout ourselves. Now we can expand it, radiate it to all other beings. How good if all other people and all other beings have a peace, have a sense of security, have some kind of contentment. How good. Let us wish. Let us generate that willingness in our mind. May all people who are related to our lives, may everyone in our family, may all good friends, may all of them be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. Let us expand this wish as wide as we can to wishing all people living beyond our inner circle of people, to everyone. There are many people who are going through difficulties, pains. In many countries of the world, people are getting sick and going through physical pains and discomfort. Let us take a moment to wish for all of them. May all people who are in pain right now, may all of them feel our loving kindness. May all of them be able to free from any types of pains they are going through. May all people throughout the world be free from pain. May they be well. May they be healthy. May they be peaceful. May all people throughout the world who are enjoying some peace right now, who are happy right now, let us wish, may all these people be able to maintain their happiness, maintain their harmony and peace. May they all be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond people to all other living beings. There are many other living beings and life forms throughout the world. May all the animals, from large animals to tiny animals, may all these creatures throughout the world, may all of them, they all treasure their lives. They all struggle to live. May they all be well, be well, be well. May all living beings, each and every living organism, without exception, be well, be well, be well, be peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. Rejoice this loving kindness, pervade into every direction, embracing all beings. This loving kindness has no limit, it has no boundaries, it simply embraces all beings. Limitless love, unbound loving kindness. Rejoice. Let us now gently rest our mind in our breath. We will deepen this peace we are experiencing now. We will deepen it further and further. Let us gently bring our whole attention to this experience of the breath. Simply observe how the air is moving through the nostrils, filling your lungs, changing the body in a gentle way. Feel the out breath, how it is moving out, relaxing the body. Breathing in, energizing the body. Breathing out, relaxing the body. Let us be with our breath. There's nothing else to do in this next few minutes. The only true things happening now is this breath. Let us be with the breath. Rest with the breath. In these last few minutes, let us give our full effort to be with our breath. I will do a chant to help you to be with the breath. Throughout my chant, stay with the breath. Rest with the breath. Sabbi Satta Bhavantu Sukhi Tattha 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 Gently come out of the meditation. Gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. Take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have meditation in our life. Feel grateful to all great teachers, enlightened masters in the past, who passed this wisdom from generation to generation. Feel grateful to anyone who helped your meditation, and anyone at your home who tried not to disturb your meditation. And feel grateful even to this device that helped us to connect to this meditation, and to the cushion, the chair you are sitting on, to this bell and everything. With deep gratitude, let us say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, Sadhu. Thank you everyone for joining us this meditation. I hope that experience some form of piti, some level of piti, some level of meditative joy that is not related to sensory gratification, is more inward, and is more of like a freedom, and more of like a peaceful joy. That is very healthy form of joy. It's different from pleasure, and we need to develop that ability, and that will save a lot of our unnecessary disappointments in our life. So thank you everyone. Thank you Dan. Thank you Sue for your comments, and I look forward to see you again. And we will send you an email about our Vesak program. We will have a program on 24th, a special online program, like a half-day retreat, and I invite you to join that. You will get an email on that. Thank you, everyone. Sukhi Hotu. Good night. May you maintain this space for the rest of the week. Thank you.